The Mint takes great pride in its unique ability to celebrate Canada's history, culture, and values through coins. For more than a century, we have been crafting coins with an effigy of Canada's monarch on the obverse. It is a complex process requiring many different teams to work together, and our employees do this work with passion and commitment. When the Government of Canada announced its decision to feature a new permanent obverse of His Majesty King Charles III on all Canadian coins, we were proud to once more uphold this long-standing royal tradition. We also understood that we were faced with a historic task, as Canadians had not seen a new monarch on their coins for the last 70 years. The process of creating this royal effigy was therefore a journey of discovery for everyone working at the Mint. And it's a journey that we're very excited to share with you.
When I got the news that I was selected to design the effigy of His Majesty King Charles, I wasn't breathing for a few minutes there. I have many royal portrait books that I referred to. I referred to many historical coins in the past to get some inspiration from. And basically getting as much resource as I can to really get familiar with the project and His Majesty's face. Some of the challenges of doing the effigy was finding a great profile of His Majesty the King, which wasn't very easy to find. So I had to do some of the editing on his mouth and his nose and his eyes, finding some fluidity to his hair to give it some kind of movement.
We went to artists in our database. We have about 350 artists, and in the end, it really came to the final details. Stephen Rosati did an amazing job with his portrait of His Majesty. His art had the highest score based on the criteria that we had previously selected. We wanted to ensure that it was the best likeness of His Majesty. We also needed to ensure that the coin would be easily transcribed into engraved artwork. So the selected artwork had to have good shading as well as good line art in order for us to be able to put it on a coin.
When the drawing is approved, it's handed off to an engraving, so that's sort of our key reference. This is different from what we typically do because it involves a face, and it involves a very famous face, so the likeness needed to be really accurate. Typically, a reverse is just one application, one purpose, one size, whereas with the obverse, and specifically the portrait of the king here, it needs to work across our whole product catalog at various sizes, all the way from 11 millimeter up to kilo and beyond. Obverses are lower relief than reverses typically, so I had a little less material to sculpt with. I started in a software that's similar to working in clay. It's a little more traditional in that sense. So between that and the drawing, I'm always trying to build up the face from scratch, make sure all the planes of the face are well established. The thing I'm always most concerned about in terms of a portrait is what I think is more the business end of the face. Eyes, nose, mouth, those are the things that really make each of us unique. It's critical to capture that when doing a portrait. Being selected to work on the portrait was a really big honor. It's an important task for the Mint.
We have an extensive record of honoring Canada's royal traditions and moments in Canadian history. Creating the effigy of His Majesty King Charles III is an important milestone in the Mint's history, and I am extremely proud of how our talented employees came together to carry out this historical task. This is one more part of Canada's story, a story we are honored to tell.